Hey everybody, Soybean Farmer here. Sunday morning, it's about 10 o'clock. I'm over here cleaning up this mess I made from taking this tree down right here. And what I did, here I'll show you. That was a wild cherry tree. You probably can't tell it from what's left of the stump. But it was right here on the back side of this little skid building, a little shop. And that tree went up and leaned over the shop. And 20 years ago when I put my little shop here, nice healthy tree, but I didn't know then how these trees are subject to sudden death. They just start dying from the top down. Anyhow, it was fun getting it down. I got a sweet gum limb that broke off when I threw a piece down that way. Had to come up there and get that down. But I worked on this last week before that hurricane got up here. Wanted to get it down. I put that much on the truck. It was about 7:30 last night. I said, I'm done. I'm just wore out. Mrs. Soybean Farmer walked down here to see what I was doing, and she took a look at me and she said, you need to quit. And I told her, I said, well, I need to get the chipper and put it up. And she had this brilliant idea. She gave me a piece of plastic and just wrapped it up and just left it there. It stayed there just fine. She come up with that idea. I told her, I said, I want to borrow the brain tomorrow. It's my turn to have it. Anyhow, I had the chipper set up here, and you can see all the fresh chippings. I chipped up all the limbs, upper limbs, anything up to about 3 inches, and a nice little fill in from the gully wash. I made a serious mess right here. The remaining limbs on the tree, I let them hit right here. Then as I started cutting the actual trunk of the tree, I threw it down right on top of the limb pile without thinking, and it caused things to get really, really fun to get out of the pile. Oh well, I'm almost done now. Live and learn. I won't do that again. Hope not. And I got to build me something else to put my scrap steel on. That thing's fell all to pieces, wore out, about fell in the ground. And I dropped a limb on top of it, and now it's really kind of squished over. But scrap steel's handy. If you got scrap steel around, you can fix something, so I don't throw any of it away. Alright, that gets up the last of the log type stuff on the tailgate there, and gets that down to the small debris. Alright, I got all the limbs drugged down here where I'm going to be working right behind me, what you see there. Even though the sun didn't come out, the humidity shot up, so I'm about wet. Nice breeze here though, keep it cool, won't get overheated. And I've only got just a little bit left here to do, so I'll be through real quick. I'll show you this machine we're going to be using. Let's take a walk over here and look at this. DR is the company that built this thing. DR, Professional Power for the Homeowner. That's what the sticker says. Anyhow, it's got a 13 horsepower Briggs & Stratton motor on it. The flywheel in that thing weighs about 38 pounds. I've messed up one blade and had to take this thing all to pieces to fix it. And DR support line, technical support line, very helpful bunch of people. Tell you all the answers. There was a couple of those limbs that are going to have to be cut a little bit more to get them to go into the chipper. So I fired up a little saw, and I was standing there letting it warm up because it's a cold-natured saw. Don't try to run it until it gets warm, and then it'll run great and you won't get annoyed with it. Okay, I got to noticing something right there, right where I got that screwdriver touching. That's the oiler relief hole. and I saw it been running about a minute. It was almost warm enough to go use. And I always look at that, and if there's oil coming out of the relief hole, you've got oil being fed in this chain down through here in this track. But if it's not, and it hasn't happened within about a minute, oil reservoir is empty. So that stopped me, and here I am up here at the shop to fill this thing. Now I wanted to show y'all something, because I've seen way too many people take the 1 gallon can of bar oil and try to pour in there. Yeah, they get some in there, but mostly they get it all over the saw and tailgate of the truck, and big mess. Go buy yourself one of these little jugs like this. It'd be 80W, 90W something gear oil. Yeah, real farmers, we buy it in a 5 gallon can, but get you one of these and then save it, because you can pour with a funnel out of the gallon can of the bar oil into here. And learn something. This stuff right here, Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer, this stuff's like tacky and causes oil to want to stick to something. For that size right there, and this is a real nice little can, it's got the spot, lets you see the level of the fluid in it when you're filling it up. I always fill it to about right here, and then take this and add about 1 ounce of this into that. It'd make a big difference with how your oil stays on the chain and not get slung all over the place. Now watch this. You just take that, go to the little hole right there, a little squirt right there like that, and that's about all I'm going to need, and come out like that, and the oil is in the reservoir and not all over the saw. Way too easy. Treat yourself to that. You know, if you run a chainsaw, get one of these. Okay, there you have it. Brush pile chipped up into chips. I'll take a tool and spread that out in that rut there. Yeah, I'll get some dirt later and put on top of it to try to hold it in place.